So I just got out of the shower and give me 2 minutes. I'll come back. So today's video is a little unconventional. I realized that almost every single day I am educating and I am sharing what is the right way of taking care of your hair, what is the right way of washing your hair. So what better way than to show it in real time, right? So come with me on this hair care journey. This is going to be as raw and real as I can get.
Stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah.
So first things first, I want to clarify my hair is not very long, but it isn't short either. And I don't like wasting a lot of time when it comes to hair, skin, or anything in general. So right now I know I'm in a mess, but I just wanted to show you all the real me. There is no editing, there is no filter, there is nothing. I've literally just gotten out of the shower and I wanted to show what I do and what I expect you all to do whenever you all consult me or your dermatologist, and what is the general expectation. This is like the least minimum that we expect you all to do when it comes to taking care of your hair. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm not perfect either. So the first thing that I do is whenever I decide it is hair wash day, okay? And there's no fixed particular day, but I wash my hair once a week. And it's not literally like once in 7 days. Sometimes it's once in 5 days, once in 6 days, once in 4 days, depending on how sweaty or dirty my hair has been throughout the week, right? And I know I shouldn't be meddling and fiddling with my hair. All right. So when I decide that, okay, I need to like really wash my hair, what I do is I like to oil my hair a little bit. So you can take any oil. I have been using coconut oil for the longest time. I think it's a little nostalgic because I have been using it ever since I have been a very small girl. But what you have to make sure is just take a little, dab it in between your palms and massage it into your scalp. What is important is you take those 2 to 3 to 5 minutes to massage depending on how much time you have. Now, I am generally pressed on time and everyone is, understandably. So what happens is I really am in a hurry most of the time. So it'll be like I take it and I'll be just dabbing it. And what I also like to do is applying some amount of oil over my strands as well, just to coat it a little bit. It's not going to do anything, it's just like a protective layer. But one thing that I want you all to keep in mind is you don't want to do that if your hair is really dirty. Like if you know you've been in an environment where it's been really dusty and dirty, because you don't want to trap that dirt and dust. So the next thing is you're going to leave that oil at least for 30 minutes. So what I like to do is as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'll apply some amount of oil. I'll massage whatever little time I get to do, and then go and drop the kids to school, get ready, and before, like, so it gives me some amount of time before I come in, shower, get ready, and start off with work. Now, when you're applying oil, again, I want you to make sure that you are massaging the scalp. For the sake of this video, I actually spent like quality time to like actually take that time to massage oil, but it's not compulsory. All right, if you don't get a chance to massage your scalp, if you don't get time to oil your hair, or if you're applying minoxidil or a serum every day or twice a day, you really don't even need to oil your hair because you already have a lot on your scalp, which is nourishing, moisturizing, depending on what you're using. Now, minoxidil can be drying to the scalp, so oiling your hair is going to help. I'm just trying to cover all different scenarios that could be applicable to you so that I answer most of your questions. Now, when you go to shower, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind, and it's really very simple and basic. All right, so you'll take your shampoo that you like. Any good mild shampoo that has a cleansing action will be good enough to remove any amount of oil buildup, anything that has accumulated dirt, sebum that has been accumulating on your scalp. Today I've used the Peptide Ultra Perfect Hair Bonding Treatment and the shampoo by CosRx, and I'm currently in love with this. But any good one should do the job. Now, if you are using a medicated shampoo, I want you to remember to keep the shampoo on your scalp for a period of at least 3 to 5 minutes. all right, because you need to allow the active components present in the shampoo to work. And another thing, just a disclaimer, when it comes to different types of shampoos and their marketing things that they come up with, that it has this ingredient and it's going to do this for your hair or it's going to stimulate hair growth. Honestly, staying on your scalp for a limited amount of time, like literally very little time.
So you always take that with a pinch of salt.
As I said before, use whichever you like and that's comfortable depending on your hair type, but make sure that it gets the work done. Now, the next thing, after you shampoo, if you're a man, you're done with the shampooing, you continue just washing off yourself and then coming out. But now, if you are a woman, a girl, and you are washing of your strands. Now, when it comes to washing your strands, I don't want you to apply shampoo over your strands. You will be applying shampoo over your scalp and then just running it down through the lens. You're not literally going to wash or rub it. I just want you to make sure that you're removing all the dirt. And then you're going to take a good amount of conditioner, depending on whether you're using a regular rinse off conditioner, leave-in conditioner, but whatever you use, take a good amount and then apply it starting from here right till the very end, and then just work your way through the hair, through your hair like this. Now my hair is wet and it's in tangles, but it's just an example. That's what I did. So what it's going to do is it's going to give you some amount of regularity, in the sense it's going to allow you to coat the conditioner over as much hair that you can possibly gather, and then you're going to keep that for another period of 3 to 5 minutes or 10 minutes if you are going to just maybe go for a jacuzzi bath or go for an Epsom salt bath, or just stay or sing or meditate, do whatever it is that you do, but give some amount of time for the conditioner to stay on, coat, do its action, and then rinse it off. Now, sometimes for people who have very dry, brittle hair or who have really color treated their hair a lot, what I like telling them is if your hair is not going to be very dirty, if it isn't very dusty, if it's relatively clean and you're just like regularly washing off your hair
Every single day or every other day.
if that's something that you like doing, what you want to do is sometimes condition the hair strands first, then shampoo and cleanse your scalp, and then wash it off completely. And if required, condition your ends, condition your ends again. Yeah, so that will make sure that the shampoo is not really stripping off or over drying or damaging your hair, and the conditioner is going to protect it. But you want to make sure you're not leaving in anything into your hair. Another very common mistake that I see people make when it comes to shampooing their hair, it's fine if you want to directly take some amount of shampoo and then lather it over your scalp. But one thing that I really like doing and that I really recommend is taking a small mug. So you take a small cup like this, you add some amount of shampoo, then dilute it with water. You will then apply it over your scalp, and that will allow you to uniformly apply the shampoo all over and wash more effectively. All right, so that is about washing your hair. Now after that you come, and ideally what you want to do is, I like taking a head wrap and putting on my hair. So first I will like a little just dry it off with my towel, and then I'll get my head wrap just to show you all what I mean. So something like this, any good cotton head wrap will do. And what I like doing is just taking my hair roughly, I don't know if y'all can see, but all right, I'll keep it this way. I'll wrap my hair. Turn, maybe. Should I turn around? So you can see I'm going to just take my hair. I'm going to put it inside. Just wrap it up. And then, like, there's a button over here. Just wrap up my hair and keep it this way. And then continue doing some work before I carry on with the other things. So I've gotten a few more that I wanted to show you all. This is another one that I have. This was on the smaller size, so when my hair was shorter, or when I get a haircut to the shorter size is when I use this. And this is another one that I have. It is for longer hair, but the reason I did not end up liking it is because it's it doesn't have a button at the end to effectively like just clip it on, and you kind of need to like put it in this way. And I found this to be like the most handy and effective and usable. Right, so the reason why you want to do this is you do not want to air dry. You don't want to make it more frizzy, but at the same time, I don't like heat styling on using any form of heat immediately. Now, to be completely honest, I do not heat style my hair. I must have tried it a few times, but I do not do that on a regular basis. I just like leaving my hair as it is. I am not into a lot of blow drying as well, but it's something that I need to do sometimes if I don't have the leisure of time to let my hair dry like its natural course. And I think to a point, blow drying your hair is better because you don't want to leave your hair very damp, especially if you're washing your hair in the night and you want to go to bed. Okay, so after I feel my hair has dried, roughly around 50% is when I'm going to just dry it up even further by using a good dryer. But another thing that I like doing, since I have very long hair, now this is not something that I recommend that you do, but it's something that I do sometimes, is just detangle my hair at the very beginning, because it is easier, in my opinion, to do this now than when my hair gets very dry. It's just out of experience, especially for those who have very long hair. What I like to do is just take a few drops of oil. So I'll be taking a few drops of oil. Alrighty, so I just like rubbing it and putting it all over my ends. You don't want to really rub or make it frizzy. Remember, the more you rub your strands, the more frizzier it's going to get. We had done this kind of experiment when I was doing residency, where we took a strand of hair and we kept rubbing it. And you can try it for yourself, but try it over a dead strand of hair if you might. My little one is getting into everything and he's having a good time doing things that I normally wouldn't allow him to do. And I apologize for the distraction. So if you keep rubbing it, you'll see that it'll actually start curling up or like frizz up. Remember, you don't want to keep playing with your hair in general. Now, what I like doing is taking a white tooth comb like this. I like using a wooden comb because it reduces the amount of friction, static, and just starting with my ends this way. All right. And if you see, you can see how it's just gliding through my hair. I'm not being harsh with my hair. I am not breaking any strands. If you feel your hair is too tangled up, you want to avoid doing it when it's very wet. Okay. But you can see how I'm able to just pass it through the length of my hair. Another thing is, by doing this, I've seen it reduces the waves that I get in my hair. It keeps it straighter. So that's the reason I like just detangling it and keeping it straight this way when it has dried up a bit. And I want to show you all in real time that it is very normal to lose a lot of hair. I don't know if you all can appreciate. My hair is very fine. It's more on the light brown, dark brown, golden spectrum sometimes. So it might look like it's not a lot, but it is. Uh, so you don't want to fret when you're losing a lot of hair, because it is very normal to lose up to 300 hair, they say, the day you shower. All right, because understandably and logically, the loose hair, the hair that were in telogen and that were going to fall off eventually, just because of the procedure or the entire act of massaging, washing it off, will make it come out. All right, so you don't have to worry if you're seeing a lot of hair in the shower. What is important is, are you seeing a lot of hair fall off every single day? Okay, so after you feel your hair is detangled, wrap it up and just let it dry. If you have to leave for work, if you're in a hurry, definitely blow dry it, and make sure before you sleep, at least if you're washing your hair in the night, that this area is dry, because in traditional Chinese medicine, they say that you do not want to leave your hair damp or keep any form of dampness within the body. Also, if you're going to use a very high heat setting, you can. Okay, okay. He wanted my comb, and I did not let him have it. Okay, he's happy. But if you use a very high heat setting, there's something called bubble hair where you can actually lead to further damage. So instead of doing good, you're going to lead to harm. Alrighty, I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Remember, there is no right or wrong when it comes to skincare, hair care, or staying healthy, in fact, because your body is unique to you. You know what it requires, you know what best suits your environment, your routine, your needs, your everyday work life. So if you see something, always try to individualize it to how it works best for you. And let me know if you liked this non-traditional way of real-time raw video that I shared this time. It is definitely not what my usual content is, but it's something that I realized popped up almost every single time I met somebody. I know this is something very basic, but doing it the right way can be very effective and help you in the long run. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any new uploads. Continue to glow, thrive, and shine as always. Take care. I'll see you soon.
Depths in my heart, we're dreaming.